Oh yeah, this is so cool.
All these little creeks, like you can follow this creek from down here to the big creek, and you can go up probably about a mile.
Awesome.
Like up this little creek.
Sweet. Conrad and I are grateful for good friends, especially during COVID-19. We can't go in the middle of nowhere. Ben Suggs, thank you, sir, for letting Conrad and I. Conrad had to work late, so he called me, and so this is fun. I don't get to pick where we camp, Conrad will, but Ben's showing us around the land.
Well, let's start with my pride and joy here. This is my brand new Grand Force Small Force axe. I just got unpackaged yesterday. This thing is sweet. This is like the Mac Daddy of axes. You could shave with that thing. It came razor sharp out of the box.
Nice. Shaving my legs with that tomorrow?
Yeah, possibly.
They need it. That's an overshare.
I've got a saw to cut down some small dead wood trees. I got my sleeping pad, sleeping bag, and we got a 2-man tent. I've got an extra poncho liner in case it does get cold chilly tomorrow night. And I'll be carrying some extra cordage for tying up. We might build we might start working on a semi-permanent shelter tomorrow, just for something to do. This is the knife that I carry on my belt.
What is it?
This is my USMC Combat. It's got a good blade for splitting wood and everything else.
Cutting zucchini, if you watch our last video.
You can cut zucchini too. I've got a canteen and a cup also. Okay. Another poncho.
Cool, cool.
And this is my water kit. I keep everything for water purification here. This is our Katahdin pump filter that works really well, and it's lightweight. It's easy to carry in a pack.
When did we get that? Because when we were on the Appalachian Trail, I only remember the life straws. When did you learn about that?
We've had that for a couple of years. We've taken it on a bunch of camp trips.
I think right after the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that sucker's so awesome.
Then I got my fire kit, which I keep a couple headlamps in. I've got a ferrocerium rod to start the fires with. I always carry a little bit of fat wood, some tinder, extra matches, a lighter in there too, just in case. Here's some storm-proof matches. That worst case scenario, these will light anything. That about covers all the gear we'll be carrying.
I like it. We'll see
you out there tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Babe, there's going to be a number of many rocks to dig out of the creek here. Last video we dug all those rocks out of the creek. The plates that we ate on, those were out of the creek. This is kind of like hard slate, so I'll get this camera turned around so you can see it. There she comes. Step it down. Come on, you want to go in the creek? Let's go down. I don't fall myself, sorry. Hey, hey, boo! She is going to bite it here in a second on the slippery rock. She's like a little kid. Oh my goodness, she's like, that's deep. What's that, Katahdin? Is that deep? When you want to get your pack off the ground and you don't find a good enough knob on a tree that will hold it. So what do you do, babe? What's this knot called or anything special?
Nothing special, just a sling knot.
Sling knot, so he takes it and then so your pack can fit that way. His is over here. So now it stays there the whole time?
Yep.
And if it doesn't rain, we won't have to move it in. And we're going to get our tarp because it has a little bit of slight chance of rain. It's going to be our camping spot right here. And, yeah. All right. There you go for it.
So we're going to hang a tarp today because we might get some rain. So I've got this long ridge line strung between these two trees, and I'm going to throw a tarp over it and attach it to 2 prusik knots. These are real simple to make. It's basically just 3 overhand loops and I'll attach my tarp to this cord right here on each end. This prusik knot, if there's no tension on it, you can slide it back and forth. So once you get your tarp attached to this, you just pull as tight as you want, and as soon as you put tension on it, you can't move it anymore. And all you gotta do is relax it, and it'll slide back and forth again.
You would have to use green in a green background. It's fluorescent, but it's still okay. So you're gonna make one.
Yeah, this is just all you gotta do is take a loop of cord with one overhand knot at the end.
Well, how do you make a what knot?
Just an overhand knot, simple knot that every kid learns how to make. Just tying two ends together.
Okay.
So you take it just over your rope, gonna wrap it over itself 3 times, and then just pull it down. When you get it, all you gotta do is make sure all your lines are interwoven. Pull it down, and we'll slide it down to the other end to tie our other end of our tarp down here.
Cool. Sweet. All right, and then when he gets it hooked up on the tarp, I'll show you how he cinches it down. That's cool, honey. So check this out. Any Lord of the Ring fans? So Conrad, our campsite's up here, right? And Frodo, when he had the ring, and he was hiding from, whoa, more fall, slip. The all-knowing eye people, those scary horses and funky no faces. It's been a while since I watched it. Those black tarps. He was right underneath here. I could almost feel him breathing like, oh, I didn't want him to get caught. Crazy storm, we could go underneath there if we had to, and then boom, there we are. On Ben's land, and we kind of stopped back. I don't know if you can see it's behind us to put our own tent up. I got a spider crawling up my arm. Awesome. I'm going to walk Connor down to the end of this road where there's a cool creek. So the idea is, Conrad's got the katahdin. I wanted to, the dog turned around, get to where there was this really cool part of the creek down the end of this property. Hang out there for a little bit, get some sunshine, because this white skin needs some. It's nasty humid, so it'll look really nasty by the day's end. But yeah, we're going to show you how to, why this katahdin is our favorite filtering system. There's a lot of things out there, and you go through them, and like on the trail with life straws, they were just something Kelsey and I could carry, like a water bottle. One time, Kelsey was so dehydrated, and I'm normally a little bit more, not tough, but psychologically not weirded out, versus her. And there was this brown puddle, smelled like poop. I'm serious, it was nasty. She was so dehydrated, she stuck her life bottle in there. It was all brown in her bottle. She drank it. I thought, oh my goodness, if you're ever gonna get sick, it's gonna be that. She didn't. So anyway, that comes in handy when you're on the trail, but it was not slow, but slower. I'm gonna trip in the mud. And, but this thing that Conrad has, you can pump a gallon or two in just minutes. So we'll show you here in just a second. See you in a minute. Did you get some?
I got some.
Conrad,
Red clover.
you gonna eat it? Is it good?
It would be good in a salad with some dressing on it. By itself, it's not real.
Is it a bitter or sweet?
A bit of both.
A bit of both.
A bit of both.
Connor pointed out our little tadpoles. I asked, what happens if the puddle dries up? Conrad's response was, I think they're hoping they get legs before then. Oh, pretty good. What are you doing? What are you doing? You okay? Are you okay? Huh? I'm not sure this little guy is hanging out. Thank you very much. Just took a dump on your hand. Not on your hand, but on the ground.
I saw
Do you feel better? Success! I started to run ahead of Conrad because I was looking for this one spot, but how long, where are we going? Half hour?
Yeah, probably 30 to 40 minutes.
I was getting a little nervous, so I didn't know where I was going. There's only so many places to go. I was looking for this spot right here. But I was right, there wasn't any trees, you know, so.
Picking that rock wall doesn't look too natural.
All right. So we brought both Katahdins, our Katahdin dog, and our Katahdin, she's a mess. Wow, she's dirty. And our Katahdin water filter. We're going to do some filtering. So, I'm going to get... I am parched. I've not drank much today. It's almost lunchtime. Connie carries everything in this little water kit. Our old Katahdin things, already taking it out. This is what it looks like. Still pumps. Got a couple long wires. He has a rock holding the filter part down. We only need about 1.5 inches or so. Just enough water to cover that. And we're going to pump some clean water. We are... You go stay in here. Sorry. Can't do two things at once, obviously. Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. So, that is an awesome looking cup of water. Can I have some?
Yeah.
I'm way thirsty. Conrad, looking for crawdads. I'm just chilling in the water. My feet's in the water. Feels good. Katahdin's running out of steam. It's the first time she's laid down since we've been here. A swimming hole up that way with a cable across it. Ah, it's nice and relaxing. It's peaceful. Love it. Katahdin. What you doing, boo? Hmm? Wandering down the quad trails Ben and his boys have made all over his property. Just took Conrad to a little swimming hole down there. Turtle. Turtle.
Hid up inside his shell and closed up
Oh,
right there.
buddy. Hi. We'll let you be. Put it back there. You gotta put it back down where you found him. Look all jacked up.
Okay.
Look at all jacked up. Look at all turtled up. Alright, just got back to our little spot here that we picked. And that's always kind of let Conrad pick stuff. I was a little disappointed when we walked in because we went down the long hill. 36 minutes, and he picked this spot right here. Well, as soon as we just got a little bit of setup and picked our rocks to put together for a fire pit, we walked down to the spot I thought about wanting to go to because the creek was so cool. But there was no good trees up there. The chance of rain has really lessened, so we might get lucky and not get any rain. So that's cool. But anyway, so we're back to our original spot. It was a 36-minute walk down there. Had we had our packs on, about 30 pounds, we would have sweated a bunch to come back. So we picked this one, went down, decided that this one was the right one. So we're back, and so far we've got our just bags up on a limb. We've got the emergency tarp up in case it rains. We've got our spot for our fire pit. We've picked our rocks out of the creek. A little less to choose from in this creek. A lot of slate rock, but it's pretty wet, and we'll just make a little, we'll bring all that together in a minute. A couple of those are good for plates. I am personally starving, kind of start our kindling together here. We're gonna pick a spot for our tent, get our sleeping stuff set up, and I will touch base in a little bit. So I want to give a shout out to a company that's put some really great products out. Bryn and Brady, Heather Thorsby's all of our friends. This is Bug Me Not, see if it can keep you in focus. But anyway, this was very similar to what Kelsey and I made for ourselves in the Appalachian Trail, but it's in this really nifty spray bottle. So I'm not going to film it, but it is so hot and humid out here. I am in my underwear, my hiking shoes, and my tank top. But I'm going to put this all over my legs. And you don't get to have any film of that. Huh, honey?
No, ma'am.
And kind of have the tent up, and we're not going to put the rain. If you remember last time we camped, I put the rain tarp up to keep the heat in because it was 30s. Tonight it should be like high 60s. So no rain tarp. But we do have that rain tarp in the event there's rain. What are you doing, babe? Getting some firewood?
I'm gonna do I'm gonna get some firewood going, and I'm gonna make a big tripod, tall one, so we can hang our bags off the ground underneath the tarp in case it does rain tonight. I don't want to
Gotcha.
out in the rain.
That's a good idea. So I'm recording from in the tent. Todd and I are chilling out. Conrad's pad and my pad, Katahdin's out for a minute. Our sleeping bags back behind us. A lot of people will watching all these bushcraft shows, and they will just kind of stealth camp and won't take tents. They just take their tarps and build stuff, and it always looks so cool. Conrad and I spend hours. That's all we do. We don't have cable, so we just watch. Who do we like? Joe Robinette's one of our favorites. Corporal Kelly's got some great suggestions he has. We like a survival Lily. What's the gray bearded green beret? Yep. You really learn a lot, and a lot of times they'll just sleep outside. But to be honest, in Tennessee, it's nice to have a little sanctuary to come to where I can be this tent is completely closed in, super tight zippers that it doesn't allow anything in. So I can just lay here and say suckers to all the bugs trying to get me. I'm enjoying my time in the tent. It's kind of my little quiet time. Turn the camera around so you can see Katahdin. She pooped it herself out in her little hour. She's so cute. Our daughter got us this cool little, it says Katahdin, the hiker. And Connor's my information on the back, if you can see that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. She's seeping. I'm in my nice little refuge. Connor built a large tripod, so our bags could, even Katahdin's little bag, could get in under the tarp in case it rains. I got my stuff hanging up here. Ticks and bugs, can't get it as well. Quite a few ticks. They're huge. What you got there, babe? Oh, making a...
Give it a start. See if this...
Gonna try and make a thing to hang our coffee pot on so we can start cooking here in a little bit. And we have fire in our fire pit. Nice. So we could cook a percolated coffee on it later. Alright. Got some venison sausage we're gonna eat here in a little bit, and some goose eggs, but we're gonna do one tonight and one for tomorrow. Conrad got these at REI, I believe. This is green tea with red currants. I wish you could smell it. There's loose leaf tea in there. We're going to put some, let me turn the camera around. Got some water going on our cedar campfire. Put it in here and we're just kind of chilling. We're not doing too much. We're relaxing a little bit this time. It's hot and humid. Even Katahdin this time. Tonight's dinner is venison sausage, and which is under the goose egg, which is next to a large chicken egg. So this should be interesting. We'll show you when we crack them open. Hot, huh?
It's actually pretty tasty.
Nice.
What?
I do. I'm actually starving. Thank you. Nice. Okay. Let's eat that sausage first, and then we'll crack those eggs.
Do what?
Let's eat that sausage first, and we'll crack those eggs. All right.
There's one goose egg, hard boiled, and then warmed up over the fire.
I have no idea. Never hard boiled a goose egg, so I could be, yeah, I probably would do that. Trisha said they're really thick. That's awesome. And just for comparison, this is...
That's a large chicken egg. This is a goose egg.
It's awesome. Wow. That's something else. That's no yolk. Wow. That smells just like a chicken egg. Kind of a membrane around it, but it's actually really good. It probably looks kind of gross on membrane, but it's just kind of, that's very good. Thank you, Trisha. That was awesome. I don't know if that's almost better than a chicken egg. It's not. It's, well, of course, it's not as dense, so it's not dry. It's not even salt on it.
Yeah, the whites, I mean, it tastes identical to a chicken egg.
It does. Look at that yolk. Wow. That's really good. What do you think, babe?
I haven't tried the yolk yet. I've just finished my sausage still.
You don't need any salt on that yolk after that sausage. If you made like egg salad out of that, I would not know it wasn't a chicken egg.
No, I mean,
Look at that yolk.
I think the taste is almost identical.
A little different texture in the white. Kachana liked it. So, we were originally going to show you how to have fun in the rain because it was supposed to rain all the way in. But after it was sunny and we just enjoyed our walk. One thing, let me turn it around and show you a bit. So one thing to enjoy in camping, if it's going to rain, is by having a large enough tarp. Get to your spot early enough. Ooh, sorry. The screen kind of looks so much better. It's not. Get to your spot early enough to where you can get set up to enjoy the rain. Because now everything's going to be dry because Conrad got the tripod with everything hooked on it. Everything's under the tarp. We're even set up with certain parts of the tarp pulled down in case the wind. And our dog just farted. And that's one bad thing about being in a tent with a Great Dane. But other than that, it's amazing. So, we're going to lay here and enjoy the rain. I'll be quiet so you can hear it. With this handsome guy. And just have a good conversation. Name that movie. That was a good conversation.
Another movie, I can't think of the name of it.
Last Samurai.
Yep.
Alright, peace out. Talk to y'all in the morning. If it's not raining, we'll get some coffee going. If it's raining, we'll say good morning and then make sure everything stays dry and get on out of here. We're trying to wake up.
She's not, she's wide awake.
Yeah, she's normally the one that likes to sleep in because she's a lazy girl, but Dutch is bored. Where's my glasses? Thank you very much. Monkey giant. Alright, ready to get going and probably eat a goose egg for breakfast. Whew. See you in a little bit. Okay, let's do it. Show us where we're going. Let's go bye-bye. Okay. Certainly not a trail. Well, it is a trail. It's a, what do you call those quads? They keep calling them ATVs, but I think they've graduated to be calling quads. Whoa, that sunshine's awful. We're gonna head out. I'm gonna picture this hill on the way out of here. Ben and Lori, we just want to say thanks for everything.